Black and white film. A crowd of white adults pushes forward. Title, September 23rd, 1957, second attempt.
We had been gathered at the Bates house, and we went by cars in groups to Central.
We arrived at the school when there was a mob already out in front of the school.
The guard was gone, and the city police were in charge of security at Central.
When I saw how scared the police were, I said, what am I doing? These guys are petrified. Their hands were shaking, and their knuckles were white, and they were like scared. And if the police are scared, I should be scared.
Police and barricades.
What I felt inside was stark raving fear. Terrible, wrenching, awful fear. A fear that I could not explain to you. There are no words for how I felt inside.
I don't know how many men the Little Rock Police Department had, but, you know, those guys, they didn't have any riot training or anything. They would have had a hard time controlling any kind of a mob situation.
Huge crowd.
We got in a door at the far end, well away from the crowd.
We were met by students that took us to our first period class. Showed up there. One girl got up and stormed out of the class. Went to my second period class, the same thing.
There were a group of the kids who were the segregationist supporters who fled out of the school to boycott it.
Well, I guess we had attended 2 or 3 classes. Some of the kids went outside and told people on the mall, hey, they inside.
James Hicks, African-American journalist.
We were out there on the mall in front of the school. They said to us, did you come out here as a decoy and that other people slipping into the side of this building? I said, hell no. This was a mob all around us we were outnumbered, I guess, about 500 to 1. This one man, he put his arm around my neck, and the others started attacking me.
Pushing and shoving.
But I was able to look up and see that Alex Wilson, somebody had a brick in his hand. He hit Wilson up beside his head, this brick. But Wilson was more than 6 feet tall, an ex-Marine. He went down like a tree.
Man on the ground.
About midday, I was in my physics class, and a monitor came to retrieve me, saying that I had to go to the principal's office. And when we got there, Jess Matthews announced that we were going to have to leave the school because they feared for our safety.
Police hitting mob members with nightsticks.
The police chief and someone from the mob were in the hallway discussing. The mob was getting furious. They're ready to break through the police lines, and we're going to come in here and get them. And as we were leaving out the door, I heard the man say, well, just give us one of them to lynch.
A dummy hanging from a tree.
That was the last thing I heard. By then, we were too far down the hallway to hear what was going on.
Next thing I know, it was walking down all these steps down into the basement to get into a police car, and we were told to put blankets over our heads.
You're lying on the floor, don't move, don't say anything.
All I remember is that policeman telling the other policeman who was driving, put your foot to the floor and don't stop for anyone. All of a sudden, the doors opened and light came in, and he shot across that sidewalk. If anybody had been walking, they would have been killed.
They rushed us through the mob, and then, of course, got home and saw television footage of the crowd out there. You knew that this was serious.
Had the mob been a little quicker, we might have been all killed. We got out just in time.
It turned out to be one of the most frightening days of my life. That was the day that I figured out, now, wait a minute, these people are so serious, they're going to kill me.
A white man and woman push a barricade.